What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the MMA Fast. Today, let's get started with UFC Insider makes bold claim about potential Jon Jones versus Francis Ngannou matchup. Jon Jones says he is game to fight Francis Ngannou, and the only thing that is preventing it is his UFC contract. One UFC insider, however, is not buying it. Addressing the call-out during the broadcast, Jones said that he is still bound by his UFC contract and is actively pursuing a way out of it. Former UFC star-turned-analyst Chael Sonnen, however, does not see it that way. There is no contract stopping them from fighting. I know you are told differently. Stop. They can fight right now, but they don't want to fight. Back when Dana White was going to make the fight, they didn't want to fight. They don't actually want to get in there with each other. That's not fun. They just want to make sure that they have the respect of the audience. Alex Pereira won't lose anything in bulking up for UFC White House. With a win, Pereira will become the first in UFC history to claim some version of a title in 3 separate weight classes. The Brazilian said his plan to move up is going seamlessly, and he is optimistic his game will translate well against the promotion's biggest fighters. In terms of going for heavyweight, it's nice because no restrictions. I've been eating clean and eating good. It's been fun. In terms of performance, I feel the exact same. Obviously, it's not possible to bulk up to a much higher weight class, bigger, and not lose maybe a little bit of speed. We'll see in the fight, but I feel the exact same. I just added, but didn't lose anything. There's been debate about whether Pereira should actually be considered the first 3-division champion with a win, or if he must first successfully unify against Tom Aspinall before earning the distincting. Pereira said he's not worried about the narratives, and will leave that debate to fan and media discourse. If it's lineal, if it's interim, for me, it doesn't matter. Obviously, I've heard people talking about that it's not the lineal belt and this and that. What is the point of me trying to defend myself? I just want to keep fighting and making my money and let people talk, and whatever they decide for me is good. Brendan Allen. Khamzat Chimaev deserves UFC title rematch versus Sean Strickland. Brendan Allen thinks the UFC middleweight division is in a strange spot after Sean Strickland took the title from Khamzat Chimaev at UFC 328. The big question is seemingly whether Chimaev will be granted his wish for a rematch against Strickland after his first MMA loss, or if he will follow through with a move up to light heavyweight. I think we're in a crazy position and everyone's just waiting for the bosses to say what avenue they're going to go. I think Khamzat deserves a rematch. It was a super close fight based on statistics. I had him winning, but I could also be biased. It was obviously still a close fight because it was a split decision. I would say he should get a rematch, but I also think Nasruddin has earned #1 contender. It's a super tough spot. If it was me, and it's way above my pay grade, but I think you give Khamzat the rematch depending on timeline. I think Khamzat is already ready. It's just up to Sean at this point. St-Pierre fears heartbreaking Conor McGregor return at UFC 329. St-Pierre hopes Conor McGregor is doing the right things to prepare for his octagon return against Max Holloway at UFC 329. UFC Hall of Famer St-Pierre can relate to McGregor after taking a hiatus from the sport from 2013 to 2017, and he said ensuring top condition after so much time away is truly not easy. You need to make sure when you prepare yourself that you recreate that environment and that level of discomfort that you will face. If you stay in your comfort zone during your training camp, it's not good. You need to make sure you bring guys that make you uncomfortable. I'm not only talking about skills and sparring. Sometimes it's good to bring guys that you've never trained with, and you have the butterflies, and you don't know how they move. Although there are far more winnable matchups for McGregor than Holloway at this stage, St-Pierre said he respects the Notorious for accepting such a challenge. That said, St-Pierre admits it would hurt him to see McGregor look like a shell of himself inside the octagon. He hopes the best for him and said the Irishman better be taking every element of his preparation seriously. He comes back for big things, and he doesn't come back for small things. It would break my heart to see him come back and not be as good as he was or close to what he was. That's heartbreaking.